Hey, welcome back to another video from Ride in Asia. Today we'll talk again about living and visiting Bali. And this very pressing topic today is front and center of our review. In case you're new here, just to let you know, I manually curate topics. I manually curate this material, but then I let my custom AI-powered pipeline voice over this for you. So please keep watching. Please understand there is still very much a human touch in all of this.
Bali has rarely been more visible on the world stage. Nearly 7 million international arrivals and more than 16 million total visitors tell part of the story. The celebratory photos and packed cafes hide a more complicated reality. Rapid visitor growth is changing landscapes, services, and daily life across the island. Crowds converge mainly in the southern tourism belt that runs from the airport through Seminyak, Canggu, and Ubud. That concentration creates a different problem than simple over-tourism. Infrastructure has not kept pace with the speed and scale of development. Roads that once carried motorbikes between rice paddies now grind to walking speeds at peak hours. Heavy rains expose weak drainage and lead to localized flooding in areas with new construction. Developers have steadily converted agricultural plots into villas and commercial properties. Beneath the surface, water systems are under intense stress. Tourism facilities, from luxury resorts to villa complexes, consume huge volumes of fresh water. Estimates place tourism's share of water use at roughly 65%. Groundwater extraction has increased in many coastal zones. Aquifers are declining and saltwater intrusion is becoming a real risk. In some places, hotels supplement supply with tanker deliveries. Local residents sometimes report wells running dry when visitor numbers peak. Lakes and springs that once fed the historic Subak rice terraces have also shown falling levels in recent years. Those hydrological shifts change how landscapes look and how agriculture functions. Changes in water availability matter to visitors as much as they matter to farmers and families. Cultural landscapes face a parallel pressure from market-driven development. Land increasingly acts as a commodity, with new projects squeezed for maximum commercial output. Many new buildings are designed to be photogenic and brand-defining rather than rooted in traditional principles. Temple views and sacred orientations are sometimes framed or boxed in by new construction. That process can weaken the island's cultural coherence and erode local meaning. Waste and pollution are visible symptoms of a larger imbalance. Rivers carry vast quantities of plastic from inland communities to the sea, and storms push much of it back onto beaches. The main landfill near Denpasar already receives over 1,000 tons of waste daily and remains overburdened. Volunteer cleanups remove huge amounts of debris, but the sheer scale of trash often overwhelms available systems. Local leaders and planners are trying new approaches to slow harmful growth. Proposals include tighter entry requirements aimed at quality tourism, moratoriums on new hotels and villas in strained districts, and stricter planning codes to protect agricultural land and water catchments. Those measures are intended to encourage longer stays and better spread the economic benefits. Yet policy alone will not restore resilience. Deeper thinking is required about how landscape, agriculture, water systems, and cultural heritage are valued and managed. Northern Bali and the mountainous interior still offer quieter alternatives with waterfalls, reefs, and small towns that could absorb more visitors if services improve. For travelers, small choices have big effects. Timing visits outside peak months eases congestion. Choosing longer stays or exploring less visited regions spreads income more widely. Paying attention to water use, avoiding single-use plastics, and supporting local businesses helps communities on the ground. Visiting sacred sites with respect and learning about traditional irrigation systems connects tourists to living culture. If development continues to prioritize short-term gain over ecological and cultural foundations, the very qualities that drew people to Bali risk being diminished. If instead investors, policymakers, and visitors treat natural and cultural systems as the island's real assets, Bali can remain vibrant. The future depends on choices made today by locals and travelers alike. We hope you've enjoyed this taste of reality when it comes to Bali tourism and living here long-term in 2026. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.